Hi, I'm Clayton Hora with ProCoop. Today we're going to be talking about variable rate fertilizer and the importance of taking in consideration actual yield data when updating scripts for the new year. This large bucket is going to represent our field for this demonstration. The field average will be 200. The middle bucket with 200 bushels is going to be the average part of the field. The high performing part of the field will be represented with the bucket labeled 230 bushels, and the lower part of the field will be represented with a bucket labeled 170. So now that we have the buckets filled with the base fertility levels, most farmers choose to apply their fertilizer based off the last year's actual removal rates. So if the field averaged 200 last year, and that's what you're expecting to go moving forward, they'll apply a base level fertility across all three zones. So in the 230 level, we have plenty of space there to take that application. And then after the yield is done, we're going to actually mine some of the blues and some of the base fertility to feed that part of the field. With the 200 bushel level, there's plenty of space there to take in the fertility, and the removal will be the actual level of fertilizer that we applied. So you're not really gaining, not building, and you're also not mining the field at all. The problem comes into with the 170 bushel yield environment. We have overfilled the bucket, and all this is going into the environment, doing some damage, and it's also not economic because it's not going in to feed your crop. With the ability to actually take in yield data when you're doing a removal, you can take some of the application that was going to go to the low part of the field and transfer it to the high part of the field. So you're not actually increasing the total tons of fertilizer applied, you're just moving it to where you have a low ROI to a higher ROI. So you make the same application, there's enough room for all of it. One of the biggest factors to consider is this works great as long as your high and low percentages stay the same. So with this one within 30 bushels, if the variances gets bigger or smaller as a year gets more variable or less variable, this situation won't work. So that's why it's really important to make sure you have the actual yield data so you're knowing exactly what fertility came out of that area, so you know exactly what to replace it with. If you have any questions on variable rate fertilizer, contact your local ProCoop agronomist.